we are Group 13 and we are the High Achievers, and this is our poster board. Woo! Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello, my name is Rachel Christopher and I am a senior here at UCF. I'm graduating in spring of 2019, so it's very close. So we decided to do a tree to help represent us as a group, and we all have our own leaves so that the leaves can represent like a different part of us and that they're all unique in their own ways. So my leaf is down at the bottom right here, and it just represents a couple of the things that I feel like describe me. So on here I have some Italian food because I am part Italian and I really love food and Italian food specifically. I have family and friends at the beach. I just really love spending time with the people that I care about and getting to know more about different people. I have Netflix on here because Netflix takes up a lot of my time by just watching different things. And then I also have on here Universal because I just love theme parks.
Hi, my name is Erica Bodine. I'm a senior right here at UCF. I am double majoring in psychology and human communication. Something about me is that I am half Cuban and half, I guess just European is probably just a good way to say that. Something interesting is that I was born in Minnesota. My Cuban mom went up and had me there with my dad. I have 3 little brothers. I love them to bits. I have 2 great dogs. And let's see. So I think the biggest thing that I guess faced coming to UCF was just not really like knowing if the community was going to be something that, you know, I would feel like I was a part of or something like that. But honestly, something that this entire group figured out and really felt was a really great sense of community at UCF. We all found separately just wonderful places to be a part of, whether it's in research, in a sports team, and yeah. So one of the things that we were able to do together is find community.
Hi, my name is Sabrina and I am a senior and I'm a human communication major, and I really enjoyed this project because I was able to make a leaf and kind of figure out what was important to me and find a picture that tied that together. So the first picture that I chose was a picture of a Cricut, which is a crafting machine, and I really love crafting. I love making things out of things that are kind of unusual or finding things that are old and making them new, and it's really fun and creative, and I think it's a fun way to express myself. I also have a picture of the Disney World castle because I love Disney. That's one of the best parts about living here, I feel like, is that you can go to Disney all the time, and there's a huge Disney community, and I know a few other people in our group really enjoy going to Disney, so that was a good thing that we could all bond over. I also put a Cuban flag because I'm half Cuban, and that a few other people in my group are Hispanic, and a lot of them lived in Miami at some point in their life, so that was another way that we found community. We were able to kind of bond over that.
My name is Cameron, and this is my junior year at UCF, and these are my pictures in the corner right here. All these pictures were pictures that I have taken personally, and they have been when I've been traveling because that's something that I really enjoy doing. This picture right here was from Amsterdam. It was the first time that I visited Europe, so it was special for me. And these 2 pictures, this was in Thailand and this was in Miami, Florida, but they have animals in it because that's something that I'm passionate about too. And this picture right here in the corner was at a music festival, and it just says music is life because I really like music. I really enjoyed doing this because when I was posting these pictures, I found out that people in my group have been to music festivals, and that was something that we shared in common, and also a lot of my group members travel, so we were able to bond over that.
How you doing? My name is Morris Webb. I am a senior here at University of Central Florida. Graduate on the 14th. Originally born in Valdosta, Georgia, but then moved to Florida for school. As you can see, we all did amazing pictures to describe ourselves, and mine are located in this area. I have one being the Adidas, because I currently have worked at Adidas for around 2 years now, managing at that company. I have Kappa Sigma here because I am a member of Kappa Sigma fraternity, and I feel like also that brought community, how we all have said, as amongst all of us, we all have a community in some kind of way. So I feel like it all brings us together. Obviously UCF, because we're all UCF here, we're cheering on, we're ready for the game on Saturday. And then baseball, because it's a fun fact about myself as well. When I was in community college for the first 2 years, I actually played baseball for the community college JUCO team until I injured my arm.
My name's Louis Buca. This is my senior year here at UCF. I'm actually a human communications major. I've done some cool internships here within communications at AT&T, and we are the high achievers. Some cool things about these pictures that I chose on here really describes a lot about me. I would say this one right here, I'm at a rave with one of my friends over in Washington, in Seattle, party on. We had a really good time. That's probably one of my best friends right there. Consider her family. We travel the whole world together. Right here I have a picture of a lot of my cousins. I'm very close with my family. Those I would say is probably my best friends. Down here I got a picture of the Hard Rock. Cool thing about that is I've traveled to Vegas every year since I've turned 18. So I love going out there quite a bit. I'm Italian and Dominican. So as you can see, I put a picture of food down over here. We are huge eaters. Anywhere we go, we always have lots of food. If you come into my home, we are going to force feed you, whether you want to eat or not. We're gonna offer it anyways. This group project reminded me a lot. Brought me back to my elementary school days where we are working together. Our group is really amazing because we all worked well with each other. We didn't have any issues. We all collaborated pretty well, even though some of us are avoidants. We learned what our benefits and downfalls are, and we are working on them. And that's a little bit about myself and High Achievers Group.
Hi, so for the different types of conflict styles, we decided to take the quiz in the book, and we found out that I was the only one that actually had an avoiding for conflict styles, and everyone else was integrating. So one of the benefits of finding that out was that because I already knew that I wasn't avoiding conflict style, I made sure to try and basically work together and put myself out there to make sure that I wasn't trying to avoid my different group members and make sure that we were working together. One of the challenges is that because I was different, I felt maybe like secluded because I knew that that was myself and I didn't want to like impose about other people's things. So I maybe tried to keep more to myself or tried a little bit too hard to be more out there.
Right, and so since most of us were integrating, I feel like as a group we tried to make sure that she didn't feel like she was different than us in any way other than just like making sure that we weren't too in her face or too eager to do things. We just really tried to meet in the middle and find different ways that we could all relate. And I think that was really important to the success of the project.
Okay, so the reason that knowing this is important is because similar to her, my roommate was an avoiding conflict style and I'm integrating. And the main thing is that we have different perspectives on things. So understanding this about her and knowing that we have different conflict styles, I was able to approach conflict in a different way. You know, I pushed her to maybe talk more and to maybe come to a better solution.
Okay guys, so one last question for you. Do you think that knowing each other's conflict styles is helpful or not in how you relate to other people and or how you manage conflict?
So, when we get into talking about that subject, I would say definitely being knowledgeable is one major key to success for knowing each other's conflict styles and being able to handle any type of conflict. A lot of us were integrating, which really helped.
Because we were able to come to like a good conclusion with a lot of the stuff that we had on this board.
Exactly. And then we also found out maybe some of our weaknesses and things that we can work on our own to help us be able to work better in any type of group and when management and any type of conflict does arise.
Another thing is that everybody like that has a different style comes to a different conclusion. So somebody who's avoiding might see the situation differently and come to a different conclusion about that.
So for this side of our poster board, we had to come up with an extended metaphor about conflict. So we had a couple of different ideas that we were kind of going back and forth with. For a while, we wanted to talk about how conflict was like a road or how conflict was like a city, but ultimately, we decided that conflict is like a jungle.
So we broke it down into pictures throughout, which we'll be reading for you and explaining kind of what the pictures mean. It starts off with first you don't know how to navigate it, and we have a picture of a compass because that is the only way that you can truthfully navigate through a jungle.
Another thing is that you don't know where the danger is. So if we chose a picture of a tiger that's kind of crouched hidden in the bushes, just because you really don't know what direction conflict could be coming in at any time.
The next one, you're in a dark place. So that we have kind of like a gloomy like water setting right outside of a jungle, because in that it represents the gloominess, like kind of the loneliness of being in a dark place and having to truly find yourself.
But conflict can also actually reveal some good things as well. So for one thing, it can teach you to feel comfortable with everyone's differences. And we have a picture of somebody who's hugging an orangutan, and that kind of shows even, no matter how different we are, we can always find commonalities.
And then for the second to last one, we have it can take you to places you never thought you'd go. And for the picture you put for that one was in the middle of a beautiful safari setting going across a bridge, having the bridge being getting to the other side and making yourself a better person through conflict, experiencing it.
And finally, the last one we have, conflict teaches you things about yourself. And we have there a picture of a very old tree. It's because conflict can actually like help you lay down roots and build yourself like a foundation that will eventually help you become a better, wiser person. And we decided on that picture because it ultimately connects back to our middle representation of each and every one of us.